Hi, welcome back to channel TrainStation 2. Alright, I've spent almost a day to get my triple restriction job done, and I have a 3 to 4 EP head start for the 5th competition. So that is something that I really want to work hard for. This is the one I'm talking about, whereby they ask for Region 6 rare diesel. Given the fact that we only have a couple of those trains and with really tiny quantity, also called capacity, so it takes me almost a day to get this done. Just imagine this, if this happens in the middle of a competition, so I'll be basically dragged down by this job itself. So then really 1, 2, 3 EP is really worth a day's effort. So it's really sometimes a matter of luck, whether do you have that kind of train that they ask for, and indeed whether have you increased the capacity to the fullest for such trains. Normally it's really not the best trains that you have. They probably have some methodology to sift out information from your account. I'm not too sure, or probably just totally coincidence that every time you get it is the one that you have the least quantity or the least capacity trains. Alright, so this 5th competition will be the second last competition. Together there are 6 competitions in total. So I have created an EP head start for using 5 jobs because I did not complete so-called first customer's jobs. It's currently at 4/5. I'm planned for this because I want this to be an EP head start, and also once if I have completed that job, I'll be 100% complete, and I'm trying to defer that and stop at 98% or 99% complete. So how do I do it? Basically, I don't complete one of the customer's job until the last moment, so that hopefully this will make my 5th competition easier. So throughout the 5th competition, I will not do that one job. I'll just stick with 4 jobs, and probably that will act as my EP head start for the 6th job, and I have no choice but to get that done and over with and 100% complete in my 6th competition. But that is already after the fact that we have received more than 1,000 event coins, so that doesn't really matter in the 6th competition. So hopefully everything goes according to plan, and I'm really sure we will get that at least 50 event coins in the 5th competition and claim that 1,000 event coins legendary train itself. I can't remember the name. Suddenly I can't remember the name of the train itself. So nonetheless, you do understand what I'm trying to drive at, right? Which is the 1,000 Dino coins train itself. So I've claimed a 4,000 event keys and I think 2,500 event keys, legendary and epic trains already. So I'm working on the rare train. I already have sufficient for the common, but not claiming it yet. My objective is always to get the legendary, epic, rare, and then common at the last. Even if I don't get a common, that's perfectly fine, but at least we should get that rare train. Alright, so here we are preparing all the items that we have and making sure all the factories are filled to the brim. Always try to store your input and output tray full with items, so that you can cancel the input tray's jobs and get back the raw materials that are really required, especially those that is really precious in this event will be wood. So make sure you have lots of wood stored, maybe in the input tray or probably in the inventory as well. So that's only one of the commodity that's really important in this competition for the Dino Park. Given the fact that it's a sub-component in making your Dino items. Okay, so oh yes, you got to make sure you have tons and tons of those Dino Park items in the warehouse, be it the raw materials or you convert it into something that you're going to use it as a sub-component for other items. As much as we wanted, we have only a couple of hours today to so-called complete the jobs before we're going to shut down the game, and only play it tomorrow after a 12 hours break or so. It will be a short competition of 2 days, probably 1.5 for me, because by the time I open it, there's 1.5 days left. That's the reality of it. I mean, if you want to go as the first person who played when it starts at 8 PM Singapore time, and I'm not too sure about what's your time over your country, you'll be facing the toughest competitors, I believe. I've been not doing that for many months already, so I've not experienced it, but I do understand last time I used to do it. It's really terrible. Hopefully things will get better if you so-called switch to my mode, which is to do 12 hours late or 10 hours late. Alright, so just try it out if you wish to. at least you see a difference. And eventually, the fact that with the 99% strategy, we should be doing quite well in the 5th competition. Hopefully, we are met together with people who have completed 100%. I'm really afraid there will be a methodology at the back-end system, unannounced as usual, that they will map everybody that's 99% or less than 100% complete together, and that will be a totally disaster. So I doubt the EP will be good after 100%, unlike the previous few events, which they so-called reward people who complete fast, but this seems not the case, as affirmed by one of the friends in the YouTube channel. So I did want to advise you again, if you have not completed 100%, try not to hold back a bit while, so you can get your 1000 Dino coins before you proceed to do the 100% completion. Of course, 100% completion for me would mean a Dino gate, which is a special building in this Dino Park event. So that's spoken, we'll try our best to do whatever we can, and let's see how that works out. Okay, so generally this is the plan for the 5th competition itself, and I'm trying to remove items that are really excess of, and then we try our best to make sure we have all these event items in the warehouse itself. So this is something we got to make sure always have tons and tons of them. Otherwise, normally when they ask, it now could be in the quantity of 1000 or 1200 of these items, which is a bit crazy for a tiny EP of 30 or 40. But minimally I think it's 700. I'm not too sure that it's going to be 100%. What would the quantity like? Is it 1500, 2000? That would be totally crazy. So sometimes there are chances whereby they get non-event items, but also quite rare. So event items is still what items asked for during the competition itself. So make sure you have tons of it. Otherwise, it's really a disaster. So let me just share. In terms of the paint, I think it's one common item, so I always see it requesting. I think the other items will include saw blades. I think nails I rarely see. I saw saw blades. Milk, yes, I think that's another one there as well. Meanwhile, I try to do some of this bread as well, just in case. I will know what is going to come out in the 5th competition, but this is some of the experience I got it, and I think for sure event items in Dino Factory is the best bet. So I'm just going to do a lot of it. Okay, so you can see here we still got 2 more of this hard difficult deliveries to be done. As I mentioned, the one that is the most difficult is the one that has triple restriction, and let's see how we fare right now. Gonna fast forward a bit more. Let's see. I'm gonna prepare all the factories. Alright, so we still have quite a bit, probably need wood again, otherwise we should be able to do those items up. So this is the one, Dino toy, we have the quantity eventually, but delivery is really killing me. So this you can see is so much easier, but the Dino toy is really disaster. As imagine this, you're hit by this, and in the competition you will never be able to claw, or so-called move a single inch. So this is really tough. This item is all done. Yep, probably one more up. That's perfect. And with that, we should be able to remove that copper ore already, and not to waste more space, the coal as well. Okay, so this is a way to housekeep your warehouse. Otherwise, it's always with items that no longer require and they take up space. Alright, good. Here we have some carols and alright, so 3 of those, and let's see. Alright, good pie. Okay. Alright, let's see again. Okay, so chemicals and refineries are the one that will work out for the paints, as I mentioned earlier. Paints are required, it takes a long time, make sure you get them. Oh yeah, the gold as well, please make sure you collect lots of them. I've collected over more than 10,000. It's still not a lot. I've seen people with a million, so I don't know how they save such an amount. But for me, I'm constantly upgrading, so spending money is like, wow. Super speed, but collecting them is every 4 hourly, and of course the best those 12 hours that you're not active in the game, that's really tough. So you only have basically a 3 collection in the daytime whereby you're playing the game itself, unless you're not sleeping. Alright, so here we go, another round of collection of raw materials that require for the Dino Park to run its operation 24/7. Alright, so a bit more, last one I believe, finally. Oh, this took me almost a day, as I mentioned, to get it done. So now I'm free to collect whatever I want, since already done that part of the job. That will be the last one. and then eventually prepare the other items as much as possible, convert them to the finished products, so that eventually when they ask for, I will have that. Like for example, Dino toys, tons of it, so I'm going to create even more, so that eventually when they ask for 1,000 Dino toys, at least I have 1,000 Dino toys to deliver straight away without need to actually manufacture them. Alright, thank you for watching. Wish you good luck in the 5th competition. Goodbye.